There we go. Okay, so I had my horse drawn on here, as you can see from the thumbnail, and started carving, and I messed up so badly I had to start from ground zero. Took it back down to 50 grit and just brought it back up to 800 or 1200 so that I could start over. Do you guys see the horse? It's already a horse shape in the pattern of the wood. Forehead's coming this way. A little spot for the ear, the mane, the jawline. So that's what made me decide to do a horse. I figured it'd be beautiful with that agatized wood. Make some beautiful mane right here with the white agate dander. There we go. Wanted to freeze up on me. Here, that's what it looks like wet. You can see all that beautiful wood grain in there. Now I'm going to re-put the pattern on there. I like using this ditto paper when I'm doing it with the rock because it stays on a little better versus any pencil or anything. And the Sharpie, for me, I have a really hard time getting it off if I happen to go outside my line or something like that and it's in a spot and I end up having to carve it off. I like the ditto paper better. Still have to be careful because it'll get down in, if you're not careful, to get down in any of the lines you didn't get out or don't want seeing. This off here. How's everybody doing today? Uh-huh. I knew it. You're a stalker. I wonder if I would so take you over there and show you what I did with your box. I stole it from hubby for a couple days. I'll probably post some pictures on my community page. I have my arrowheads and stuff in it. Set up for the festival. Works great for putting in there. Ink everywhere now. I was gonna go live hours ago, but then I saw you were live, and then Numbskull was live, and then who else was? Oh, Lee had a premiere, and so I've been just watching everybody else for a while. Just hold it that way. Yeah, I had my I polished the rock already, and then I had my pattern on here. Got my pattern on earlier, and I started carving it already, but I messed it up really bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start over. Sometimes it's better just to start over versus fighting it. Rebecca and Sean, good to see you. How are you? Tim, how are you? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Uh-oh. Come on, screen work. All at once. Yeah, exactly. Trying to cool off. I hear you. It has been warm. I was melting earlier. Thank you, Rebecca and Sean. I'm trying to give you a moderator, but it's not letting me. So, oh, there. No, it's not letting me select your name for some reason. Maybe try making just a regular comment and see if it'll let me select your name then, because it's not letting me do it on the gem there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I'm still super new. I'm not even sure what the gems do. I know they're good. I'm not sure what you do with them. Doing okay, dozing off now and then. Ah, I hear you. It does seem like a good day for a nice nap. I think I should have made a new pattern. This one's already ripping through from using it a couple times, and I think that's what's causing me to mess up. Man, I should have ate some lunch like you did before I went live. I just heard my stomach start growling. Let's see if I didn't get it better this time. Alright, fingers crossed. Got ink everywhere. If anybody has any upcoming videos or premieres or anything like that, feel free to drop it in the chat. Or if you just want to drop your channel link, you're more than welcome to. I'll pin it up at the top for you. Yeah, it was just back to back to back, and I always miss everybody's stuff, so I've been trying to get in the habit of bringing my phone out here so I can catch more real-time lives, because I'll watch replays, but it's not the same as being there in the live. Alright, I think I got enough on there. I should be able to do it. I was trying to line my ear up at the top with that little spot. I didn't quite get it, but that's okay. It's evening time, right? Or, well, not evening, but afternoon there, Tim. Lee, good to see you. How are you? I was just at the premiere. I caught just the end of it. I didn't see it until it was too late. Hello, good to see you. How are you? It's evening. Ah, okay. I seen you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. I caught just the end of it. This beautiful piece of agatized wood that I think will make really pretty horse. I don't know if you guys can see it. Not where my outline is, but just the, like right there, it looks just like beautiful mane. And I can actually see like a jawline and some other things naturally in the rock. So that'll make a really pretty horse. $12.22 here, $7.22 here. Take my electric next week. Just burnt out my grinder cutting out a bison out of marble. Oh no. Jason, good to see you. How are you? Yeah, I burnt my very first grinding wheel with the buffer. It was the double set. I burnt it out in less than a month. And I was so mad because I'd had it 28 days exactly. And it was the company Beaver. They don't make replacement parts. I have to buy a whole new thing for it had the flex shaft attached to the grinding wheel, the double grinder. And they didn't make replacement parts or anything, so I had to just buy a whole new one. So I was like, well, not buying a new one from you. I have to replace the whole thing every time, no parts. That's crazy. I was so mad. But I'm off on my tools too, so I'm trying to get better at not being so rough on them. It's hard when you're doing rocks. It's hard not to be rough. Alright, so let me try this other tip. I didn't like that one a while ago. Not that one. Maybe this one. It's actually cooled off a little bit here since earlier, so a few clouds came in. I know, let's see, Friday I think it's supposed to start raining, and then Saturday it said something like expect 2 inches of rain. I was like, great. But it brought in some clouds and cooled it off a little bit. Emily, good to see you. How are you? Oh, you picked your new photo. Awesome. Lucky for me, I got it cut out before it happened, and it was bound to happen. I've had it for 6 or 7 years. Oh, well, that's... Whoops. Camera down. Camera down. That's pretty good. 6-7 years. I would think that's a pretty good life expectancy for a grinder. Let's put there's some thin concrete work for the barn patio and the driveway. Oh wow. Earthquake. Alright. Like I said, I had the pattern on there already from the thumbnail, but I messed up royally, so I had to take it down to 50 grit and come all the way back up to, I think it was 800 or 1200 to get that shine on there again. And it's got the pattern put back on there, so let's try it again. Oh, I had that pointed down somewhere. Turn the camera around. I did find a pellet holder finally. It should be here. Alright. 6 business days or something like that, I think it said. You guys won't have to hear that squeaking noise anymore. There we go. Hey, Captain, if I lived closer, I'd come help you. Oh, that's so nice, Ray. Wild Huckleberry, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been a long, stressful journey. Oh, I bet. Hobo, good to see you. I appreciate everybody stopping in and saying hi and hanging out. It does get kind of boring every once in a while if you're out there sanding and drilling all by yourself. So it's nice to have the conversation. Sometimes I get so into it, I just be out here for hours. I won't say or talk or do anything. Ooh, my hands are super shaky today. I might have to do a different project. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this little one today. Let's see. I guess I drank too much coffee. Oh man, I can't even get it. I can't even get it halfway straight on. Alright, I'm going to finish my handle. That's what I'll do. You know, fine. What do you do with it? Just had it. I don't know if it's because I drank too much coffee this morning or what, but that tip was just running away from me. I couldn't even get it to stay in one spot. I'm putting you on the TV, but I gotta go work in the shop. Have a great show. Thank you, Hobo. I appreciate you. Becky, good to see you. How are you? Let me get you blue here. There we go. Those of that don't know, Red is my husband. Oh, no, I didn't. Arlene, those bits are diamond bits? Yes, they are. I just, for some reason, I don't know if you can see where I was just trying to go down the nose. Right here. I just can't do it. My hands are too shaky today for some reason. That's what happened with the earlier. And I just kept going and kept going thinking, I just got to get in the groove. But I just couldn't do it. And just now, see, like, can't even get down the nose. Same here, Red. Bryce family, good to see you. How are you? Let me get you a moderator here. Trevor, good to see you. Getting hungry. Hello, Bryce. I get shaky when I'm hungry. Well, yeah, matter of fact, I said that. I was like, man, I should have ate lunch because I heard Ray saying it. And since I started live, I was like, oh, why can my stomach growling? Use water when you cut. Yeah, I don't have a drip, but I have right here off screen my water. I had a drip set up and I went looking for it today, and those stinking little puppies chewed my hose. Jason, good to see you. How are you? Sandy wants some of them. Do you have a link for what? Stickers? Or for these? The diamond tips. This set right here is the set that Alabama sent me. The other set, like these, these other ones that you get, I just bought off of, let's see, I got a pair of the tungsten from like Temu or somewhere like that. Some site, I don't remember what it was. And then the other diamond ones I got from, I want to say Harbor Freight, because they came in a square thing about like this big for $10. Oh, here, it's behind me. This one. I like this one because it's got a lot of the larger ones, more of an assortment. And then I've got these ones that came from, I want to say Hobby Lobby. These ones are a lot better quality than the other ones. I got several cases of them. You can never have too many tips. Doesn't matter if they're wood or diamond or whatever. You can have enough. I think he means the tip. Okay, thanks. I'll look for it. Yeah, you can get like I said, the last one that I got online was that square one, and I'm pretty sure it was Harbor Freight, and it was a good deal. It was like $10 or something for that. I don't know what's in there, 20 maybe. I don't even know how many's in it. Oh, there might be 30 in there actually. Let me grab my tomahawk candle. I think I left it in here. I left it on the couch. I have seen some of these big packs on Temu, because I was ordering those little. I usually don't order stuff from them, but I was ordering these little. This part, those little metal hoops. You get on the screen that for the pendants, and I did see some of those on there. I don't know, maybe like $10, $20, I think. Red Bull Princess, good to see you. How are you? I hope you have a great, wonderful day. Thank you, you too. I just bought a set myself at the hardware store. Disappointed me because they burn out quick, even with water. Yep. Shoot, find better quality. Walmart Hyper Touch. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, these other ones that I have, I do one project and they're done for. Matter of fact, the last one is right here on top somewhere. I need to go get my other container to put these in. Look what I did to my last one. Talk about gnarling that summed it up. Because it was one of these. But, you know, the bigger cone shape. And the whole thing just came off. So here's the handle I started yesterday. I was goofing around with some pencil on it to see if I wanted to add some black in it. I was thinking about maybe putting some black in those different areas. Or maybe even some red and black. I should be using my other tips anyway on this agate. I knew better than to try to use these. I should be using those dental ones. I think that's probably the other reason I'm so nervous is because I've never really done it. I've goofed around on the agates, but I've never carved a full animal like that. Maybe that's another reason I was shaky. Are you still here, Lee, or did you leave? Make some good things. I'll have to check it out. Joseph, good to see you. How are you? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm trying to keep checking the screen because I can't see it. I think this is one of those old-timey bricks from an old homestead fire. And I think if I break this one down, it'll make a red paint. Oh, I think Lee went to lay down. It gets late for him. But I thought about taking some of, like I said, taking some of the brick and crushing it down and see if it'll make a red paint to put in there. I don't know if it'll be dark enough, but I'll try it and see. I had a couple people suggest it. Because I try not to use chemicals if I don't have to. Split this. Alright, this side is curved. I'll handle here. Close enough. Now, I'm going to use this good saw. Hello, Miss Arlene. How are you today? I'm doing great, thank you. And what I've learned with cutting rock is just have to try it. If it breaks, it's just how you approach it, and then try it again. Yep, that makes good sense. Nice to meet you. Sorry I had to step away. Grams were here, and then usher each one out to the car. Oh, the grandkids. Oh, took me a second there. I was a little slow today. Didn't get the saw. Picturing you taking the grandkids out to the cars, you know, they're hanging onto your legs and your back, and no, we don't want to go. Don't make us. Grandkids are so much fun. If you guys have any upcoming videos or premieres, or if you just want to share your channel link, you're more than welcome to drop it in the chat. make it easier for you guys to connect. I love having the kiddos here. Heck yeah, me too. Guys, don't forget to double tap the screen. I almost did. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. They weren't fighting because their cousins are here and they get to go swimming with them. Oh, nice. I almost went swimming in the creek yesterday. It's been so hot and it's not even hot yet. Power. Uh-oh, Shaggy. Nothing. Well, that's not good. Oh, my husband's gonna kill me if I broke his saw. I don't know why it won't work. She used it yesterday or day before, I think. Not day before yesterday. Oh darn, he's just gonna have to get that new saw that I want. This one doesn't. Alright, plan C. They were over there picking music and practicing in this morning. Sounds really cool sitting here listening to them play. I broke so many rocks because of pressure stone, too much pressure, inexperience, so just curse and then start again. Yep. The festival start the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Amanda's account is nicer advice. Oh, let me get. Just go ahead and add some more detail into it because I just went real basic yesterday, but there's a few that I want to make a little bit deeper anyway. Yeah, my husband's been looking at this new table saw. It's kind of like a band saw where, the blade's up and down like this. So I can, push the wood through, similar to a jigsaw, but it's up and down. Bench. The table. I forgot the name of it. My brain's not working today. What the heck? Now my Dremel's not going to work. I must have lost power somewhere. Huh. Wow. Nothing wants to work today. Let's try this. Plug it straight in with no extension. Okay. Oh, what the heck is going on? Oh, one of those puppies better not chew that cord up there. I'm gonna kick some little booty. This is what's left of my water drip. Chewed ends. That's okay. I think I've got another one in the shop. I was looking out there earlier, but I didn't see it. And if not, I know there's a little fish tank pump out there somewhere. I can make another one. Tomorrow, heck yeah, bluegrass for 3 days. I would love it. But I'm going to try to go live. I actually got because if I go right here, my Wi-Fi cuts off if I go like 10 feet that way. Same thing over here on the tablet that I'm using now. But I was on my cell phone yesterday over there, and I was able to get the Wi-Fi to work. But it wasn't that great. I made the short of that bone spine that I mounted, and it looks like an elephant. And the short was kind of choppy because the signal wasn't that good, but I'm going to try. Let me go see. Give me 1 second. Let me check this plug up here. Make sure it's plugged in. I mean, it was just working. I just had my Dremel on. I do now. Lucy, good to see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. Now I have power. Let me do this first. Okay. Now we're cooking. Sorry guys. Technical difficulties. That's good to know, brother. It's like when I just found the shoots. I didn't know whether to say Bill or Heidi, and then I found out I got more grow. I'm doing fantastic. That's great. I'm glad to hear that, Lucy. Just very, very busy like always. Gotta run. Catch up with you later, everybody. Thank you, Ray. Have a great day. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've just been learning too as I go. So this is all new to me. Posting videos on YouTube, identifying rocks, it's all new. The carving, like I did just little carvings and stuff when I was younger, but all the ones in stone or different ones I've done lately, they're all new for me. I didn't even know what tips to use or anything. I just started. If it didn't work, I tried a different one until I found the ones that worked the way I wanted them to, or thank goodness I finally found diamond polishing pads. I was using these right here, and I couldn't figure out. I was literally in tears one day because I could not get a polish on a rock, and I kept seeing everybody on TV, well, YouTube, and they'd have these pretty shiny rocks, and I couldn't get it shiny. And I was using those, and I finally got the diamond pads, and I was like, oh man. Because I was spending 3 or 4 days on one rock, and I still couldn't get it above. It wouldn't even look like I had taken it to 400 grit. A high spot I wanted to pull out of here. I had never even heard of an algorithm or anything until I started my YouTube channel last year. I love your work, Arlene. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. I'll have to send you some pics of my favorite stones and crystals. Yeah, I left my email address on that comment. I'd love for you to share them. You just make a video. Put it in your video. Make a short video. Or short clip. Whatever you want. Here's thunder. It's supposed to rain for another 2 days. Well, what the weather said last time I looked, anyway. this to look real rustic and rough looking, so I didn't take my time on a lot of the lines, but a couple of the triangles I wanted to straighten up just so they would, the triangle part was straight. But the other lines, kind of want them a little wonky. So it doesn't look like freshly carved wood. I want it to look a little aged. I got a creek and some dirt behind me that'll help with that. You know, I never realized that how much you do look like Avril Lavigne, Lucy, until you mentioned it the other day, and I was like, holy cow, she does. It's counting. I hope it didn't freeze. I don't know, I just hate putting paint on stuff because I feel like it takes away from the natural beauty of the wood, but I think this one will look really cool with some red and black in it. Not all of it, just, like, get on the screen here. These arrows black, but then maybe a couple red lines here and there. You got that curve on this side. I wish I would have put the pattern on this side. But that's okay. If you're hanging on the wall this way, then the curve will be going that direction. I don't think that one's big enough either. Got a big one. Where's that? Over here. Oh, I'll move that one. This one will be too skinny. That might work that size, but I don't know if I like that color with this pattern. Eh, the purple, I don't think the purple and the blue goes good with it. I got some Arizona pet wood in the house that might look good with it. It's got red and black and yellow. This color should look good. I could cut a bigger piece. Looks like a bunch of little chert. I think the colors would match it really nice, but still leaning towards the bone. What do you guys think? Rocky, you thought about doing any horizontal for lives? I like that rock. Thank you. I have. I did do some horizontal lives when I first started, but I didn't know what I was doing, and now that I kind of understand a little better what I'm doing, it would probably do well to do horizontal lives. My issue is my laptop. I like using my laptop. I hate using this tablet. Not only that, when you do the horizontal lives, you have less views and less watch hours because YouTube will push your videos and your lives out more if you use the vertical streaming versus the horizontal. So that's why I kept doing the verticals, because I was able to get more views and more watch hours. You know, more eyes, more people were able to see it. There's some leaves looking here. Oh, that's some. Oh yeah, now that might look good. I could inlay some of those there. It's like an iridescent quartz. Let's see if I can get the color on here. If you guys can see it or not. I think this one, yeah, this one's quartz. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I think it looks pretty on there. It gives it a little bit of a flash. But I still think I'm going to do bone. I got a shoulder blade over here. That should be big enough. So I can take and cut a big enough piece that would match it out of this. I don't know which shape I'm going to do it. seen a couple different shapes. I'm thinking maybe that shape, not that size, I'm going to make it bigger, but I think maybe that shape will look the best. Is there a reason you were asking about the horizontal lives? Are you thinking about doing them yourself, or? Oh, wait a minute. You do horizontal lives, don't you? Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember your screen now. I think it was horizontal. Make it that size, and then I could cut it down if I need to. Yeah, it looks like a traditional mohawk. You can see the chat better that way. Is very true. Well, I have the tablet holder coming now, so I'll be able to put the tablet at the angle like this so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then I'll still be able to see the screen. Because when I have it like this, you guys can see what I'm doing, but I have to keep looking to be able to see the screen. I'm just making a rough outline now to be able to cut it out, and I can, put it up to the stick and see how it looks, and I'll make it smaller if I need to. Oh, I forgot. It's gonna go right into there. Oh, I guess I could split it. That would be too thin. I forgot where I drew it. This part opens up, and this part, and then it'll be hollow like this. I don't want that. I'm pretty sure I got a bigger one I can use. And cut out here at the top. have some metal, but I don't think the metal would look cool. Thank you. See, what tool do I cut the bone with? I use my table saw, and I use my little cut-off disc on my Dremel, the little metal ones. But the thicker parts, like this right here, I use my wet saw for, because they're pretty thick and takes a while to cut through. But anything that's like this, I use my Dremel for, or the ribs. I'll go down one side and then down the other side, and most times you can just pop it right in half. It kind of gives it a, like, perforated paper. It does that same effect. You go down each side. I guess I can make some little ones, and so I gotta put my other blade on my saw so I can cut the bone. I've got my brand new Lapidary saw, the blade on there right now. I'm not gonna use that to cut the bone with. I guess I'll fix this. Man, it started getting humid again. All the black clouds started rolling in. It had cooled off a little bit. I've never even run this over too, because it's got such power and RPMs and stuff. I'm usually working on one or two with it. Just taking down that high spot in the middle that broke. And then I'll put it on that sander and finish it. I didn't realize that was your husband. Even after you told me the other day, I just didn't put it together. of those tools. I just got the grinding disc and the solid black ones. I find them. I actually go on the mountain and collect them and bring them home. And it takes months to get them to like this color. And that's not even like white. It is a lot of work. But if you guys ever want bones, I do have it on my Facebook shop that are already cleaned and prepped and ready to go. You can buy it online, but then you get that bleached white bone. Like that's, I want it to look like bone myself. And I also don't like using chemicals, so the bones that I have, I mean, I guess you could eat it technically. I wouldn't suggest it, but you could definitely give them to your dogs. I give them to my dogs all the time. Especially when I'm cutting some. I have all kinds of little pieces, and they're like, ooh, street day. Like every day isn't already. There's some videos of my husband and I going up the mountain, and we find quite a few bones in one area, and I believe it was a feeding area. A bear or a large cat, some sort. And I'm sure coyotes, because I hear them over there. There's packs of them over there. You can hear them howling in the morning and at night. And another reason that I say that is this one doesn't have any. Some of them actually have teeth marks on them. Nope, none of these do, but some of the other ones that I have, you can see where they were definitely chewed on. When I find them, they look like this because they've been, you know, out in the pasture on the side of the mountain, what have you. And then it's, like I said, it's a lot of work to just get it to this stage. And this still needs to be cleaned more. But this piece I was going to use for art, for an outside piece, so I wasn't going to clean this one as much. Arlene in chat, I need to go. Best wishes and blessings to you all. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Because I'd like to try to do something with bone, but I'm not really in the area to go out and find them. Take care, Tim. Have a good day. Do you ever get any skulls? I do. I have a bunch of skulls. And I just carved 2. I did one for my husband, and it's the bull skull with the horns, and it's got the U.S. Navy and the anchor symbol in there with the chain on it. And then I have another one that I just clear coated yesterday that has tribal feathers on it. Like the feathers coming down with the little beads and stuff. Oh, matter of fact, it's right here. One second, I'll grab it for you. I don't know. Oh, here's the other one. These are some of the bone blanks that, well, I didn't put individual pictures of them on my shop, but these are some of the bone blanks that I cleaned and prepped, and you can see the back, or the, what do you call it, bone marrow. I didn't take it all off, but I took a lot of it off, you know, and cleaned it up. Some of it you want to leave on there sometimes if the bone is real thin right here, because it helps with the strength and the structure in it. Like some of them I cleaned and disinfected, stuff like that, but I left them this like aged antique color. I really like that. But I've got different shapes, and then I've got the, I call them boring ones, but they're not really boring because it's just ready to go. It's, you make whatever you want from it. It's all clean. But I would really enjoy working with it more if it wasn't so labor intensive to clean it. But I really do. I do like it though. You get really, like I said, you get really nice clean line. And I like to leave just a little bit like this onto the back, so that you know it's real bone. Oh, let me grab the skull. This one that I did for my husband. It's freezing, huh? I can get it in there. There we go. It's got the Navy symbol in it. And this one I left all kind of weathered, and because I wanted it to look rough and badass. I didn't want it all clean looking. And I had it mounted on here. but I used screws. I had this way. I had the jawbones on either side like this, with the skull in the middle. But with the screws I used, they didn't stay. So now it's been sitting over there on the shelf because we're waiting for. I just got some the other day. They're coming screws that'll go in here, so I can screw it in, and then it opens up in the back like this, so it'll hold both the jaws and the skull in the middle. I did that one. Let's see. April was his birthday. I did that one for his birthday. I don't find as many with the horns, of course, because there's always less bulls than there is cows. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, about 6 or 8 regular cow skulls, and then I've got 3 with the horns, I think. You sell them individually, or you can buy by the pack. Either one. I just put it on there. I didn't put, like by the pound or anything. If it's just whatever you guys want. I may be wrong, though, if it's what I think it is. Used for cutting small stones or engraving fine straight lines. Where's this silver bit with the holes in it for? Oh, this one? It's a diamond cutoff saw. It got all wet and rusted now, but see little sparklies on it. That's cool. That's badass. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was going for a badass. I was like, what can I put on a skull? I was like, duh, maybe. Well, like I said, I had to leave it all kind of rough looking. I couldn't make it all pretty and clean and white, because then it would just kind of throw it off, to me anyway. And then I did one of these with a bigger one than this, the shoulder blade, and I put the blade in the tomahawk handle with feathers hanging down and stuff. With the shoulder blades, what's really nice is you could take like a tea light or something and put it in the back right here behind it, and it'll glow through. So when you carve something in it, it looks wicked with the light coming through it. Like I said, I really like working with it. I've got some really large ones, the femurs and the large leg bones, and they look pretty cool just how they are for decoration without even carving them or anything. They're great for Halloween and all kinds of stuff. I've got some of my ribs hanging up over here, for storage, and two, also to keep them dry, because if they get wet, then they'll start to mildew again. And these ones haven't been cleaned yet. The ones on the other side have, but I hung up some old lights that didn't work, so I just have them hanging here so that way they'll start getting sun bleached. But I still have to scrub them first. I haven't even done this one. But the ribs are really a lot of fun to carve. See, I told you guys that rock garden. My husband even put them in the fountain. Yeah, I started the navy carving in the wood. I had originally started it here in this piece of cedar, and it kept cracking. And after, see, day 2, day 3, I finally, and I was like, I gotta do it on something else. So that's when I decided to put it on the bull skull. So it worked out really good that it started cracking, because I think it turned out a lot better on the skull. Oh, I already put it in there. They've got some bone whitening stuff that you can buy online to whiten your bones with. You can paint them, you can do a lot of things with them, but like I said, I try not to use chemicals if I don't have to. That's what I was in the process of, as using this one. That's why I didn't take it to as bright color clean, white. I left it a little more tan like this. I want to use this piece. Oops, it's got the partial ribs on either side. And maybe dangle some of the ribs from it right here. Because I want to do full size. Like, I want to use the full rib. Like a large wind chime with it. But when I ordered those little rings that I needed off of Temu, I ordered chain. And the chain is freaking tiny. It's like, I don't have a piece of it out here. It's smaller than this. It's like less than half of that. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. Is that a piece? Nope. So it's not gonna work to hang the bones on. We got some of this like kind of emo looking old jewelry pieces, like black, that I was gonna hang with them, with the bones. this. Oh. That holder can't get here quick enough. But yeah, I think it'll make a really cool wind chime. And I also want to try and take maybe some of these and cut out just a basic bone shape that looks like a dog bone, or like a crossbones, and make small pieces. I don't know about that size. And use them to dangle down for the wind chime. And I've got a bunch of the cow teeth. And I've got the lot bigger ones, the big molars. And I've got some. I think it's a coyote skull that I found. And they've got the canines from them too. I'm gonna try and incorporate somehow. I've got them sitting there. I'm just not sure which project I'm gonna put them in yet. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, the team will get you with that. I just ordered some birds and they're not what they said they were. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for making me moderator. You're very welcome. Yeah, I don't normally, like I said, order from them, but I needed these little, like, tiny rings like this for the wind chimes. Oh, get this. You're gonna die laughing. And so it's like, oh, I'm gonna get some of those little chimes. Look how beautiful they are. And all those pretty colors. Look how big they are. I was so mad. So not only did I order this itty bitty chain that you wouldn't even use it for, like, you know, you get those really cheap jewelry necklaces and it's so thin it looks just like a little string. It's like that. And then they sent me these wind chimes. I was so mad. And now you can't even use fishing string, or I've tried using fishing string and I've tried using this kind of red wax covered string that I have. But they're so tiny and they're so cheap. Like, they're like air. So they don't have enough weight to hold, even on fishing string. They don't have enough weight to dangle. They just go up with your string. So I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I'll figure out something. And that's why I don't order from them, because that's what happens. But I should have known better. I should have read the fine print. So I knew they were notorious for making it look this big in the picture, but it's really, you know, that big. So that was my own fault, I guess. Oh man, you have such great things. I would have a field day. Let's see. Joe return. Sometimes you don't have to send the item back and they'll still give you the refund. Yeah, I thought about it, but then I did make an attempt to actually use them, but like I said, they're just too light. They won't even dangle. They just go back up. They won't hang down. It's too thin. I'll figure out something to do with it. Maybe I can't make a actual wind chime, but I do have some real beautiful driftwood that I've got my eye hooks already in and stuff. I might could hang just a couple of them, just free hanging. Let's see if maybe it'll work like that. Because if you make it like you do a traditional wind chime where you have the string go up, through it, back down, and do that kind of loop like this, it won't stay. It wants out. I was gonna sub, but I already subbed to you. That's funny. I do that a lot. Like I'll think I'll subscribe to somebody, then I go, and then I'm not. Like I could have swore I was. I don't know if you can see was it in the camera? Yeah, you see how my pads are smaller than my machine? That was the first thing that Temu got me on when I ordered that. See? I got the wrong size. So that's how I knew that they'll get you with that. And then I fell for it a second time. So I really feel like a doofus with the wind chimes. Because I should have known better to check the wind chimes and the chain. I just wasn't thinking. I was just in a hurry and excited, doing something. But yeah, that was my first experience, and I learned my lesson. Apparently, not the first time. It's going to take me a while to get those saw marks out. It was stuck like this for a month because it was too big for my saw to cut through it. So it was like sitting on my workbench like this, because in the very middle it was still stuck together. So yesterday I sacrificed a little bit off all the sides, just a little bit here and here, so that my blade would be able to get down in there and cut it. But trying to get down in there and get that last little bit, it left a bunch of saw marks in there. It's going to take me a while to get those out. But at least it actually is apart now, because I was sitting here thinking, man, now I'm stuck with an agate that I can't even do anything with. It's beautiful agatized wood. How are you doing today? YouTube does that sometimes, and I don't know why, because I have subbed to channels, and I'm sure I did, but then I have to go back and sub again. Yep. Well and blessed. How are you? Good. Yep. It's happened a few times, and it was some channels that I know I subbed to. Oh, yeah. Is that opal? That's always good to hear. Nope. This is Agatized Wood. I have some opal. This is beautiful Agatized Wood from Alabama. Here we go. Might be able to see the lines now. Oh, I still missed some on this side. That's the only thing I hate about summertime is the trees fill in, which is nice because I have shade, but then I can't see my stuff I'm working on during the winter. I've got plenty of light out here. I was just talking about it, and I looked up. There's one of them. If you can tell, you see the teeth marks in it? Nope, that one doesn't have any. I was going to use this one for a handle. And I was thinking about making a blade, but this part where it had broke originally is a little bit too small, but I use the end to make a handle for something. Make a decorative handle. It's getting there. There's still a couple deeper lines up here at the top that I've got to work out. Like I said, from putting the rock in there and all different directions, trying it this way and that way, trying to get that last little bit in the middle cut. Really messed up then on the inside, but it's fixable. It'll just take a little time to get it there. This side really deep. But it's too beautiful of a piece not to try and fix it. I think it's agate, right? Yep, it is. It is Agatized Wood. Where can you find your email? I did leave it. I left a comment about sending some of your pictures of your finds and stuff. I put the email there, and it should be in my channel description. Makes it unique. Yeah. I've got some pieces like this that I found, some larger ones. They've got the where the beaver chewed the end of it off. I love it because you get the little beaver teeth marks. And the one, he took a kind of like a chunk out right here, but you can see all those little chew marks in it. They're like a walking stick. Actually, I got a couple of them. They're right there on the chairs. And the beaver did all the work. I didn't even have to cut it down myself. See this little bite mark in that one? But he debarked the entire tree. So I thought it gave it some cool texture. And kind of a neat story. This part might be a little bit too deep. I might have to cut that out. I don't know. Maybe not. Just saw lightning. Man. I am going to set you guys over here. I'm going to go get all this stuff covered up over here, my booth and everything, before it starts pouring on all my stuff. I'll put you guys over here so you can look at the creek. Romania, good to see you. How are you? Awesome way to do it. Alright, I'll put you guys over here. I gotta go get all this stuff covered up. I'll be back.